Hello there! Today I'm going to be doing my overview of the LEGO Star Wars Empire Helmet Collection. So, as you can see, I have each of the LEGO Star Wars helmets, being the TIE Fighter Pilot helmet, the Stormtrooper helmet, the Boba Fett helmet, the Scout Trooper helmet, and the Darth Vader helmet. And I'm just going to be going through my thoughts on each of these sets and my overall favorites of this lineup, and which ones I think you guys should pick up. We're going to start off with the first releases, being the three on the left, the TIE Fighter Pilot, the Stormtrooper, and the Boba Fett helmet. Starting off with the TIE Fighter Pilot, and this one, I gotta say, is probably one of my... It's underrated. This was the first set I believe I ever reviewed on the channel, so feel free to check out. All my reviews are going to be down in the description down below, so please go check it out after you see this video. And overall, I must say, I still love it. I really love the printed Imperial insignias on the top here. Love what they did overall with the set. Least favorite part is probably these tubes and just how they didn't include enough of these circular pieces, because you can kind of see some of the gaps in them at certain points. But overall, I love the look of it. Now, as it's all black, you can kind of see it has gotten a little bit dusty at times. I do have it a little bit out in the open. It's kind of hidden, but it still will collect dust, so you got to be mindful of that. Next, we have the Stormtrooper helmet. And this as well was one of the first releases in 2020 of the helmet lineup. And it's still a good one, but it's probably my least favorite. And it's through no fault of its own. It's just a generic Stormtrooper helmet, and they got the look of it correct. It's just kind of there. Now, I must say, these first two helmets that I looked at, the Stormtrooper helmet and the TIE Fighter Pilot helmet, are going to be retiring by the end of the year. So if you haven't picked those ones up and want to, regardless of what I say in this video, you should do that sooner than later, because when they're gone, they're just going to go up by people who bought more to upsell you after they retire. Next, we have the Boba Fett helmet, and 100%, this is the best one. Without even looking at the other two, this is the best helmet, 100%. Now, they've opted to not retire this one yet, as they want to have it around for the upcoming Boba Fett show that should launch either at the end of the year or early next year. And which makes perfect sense. And yeah, it's just the look of it. It's just a perfect helmet set, and it has one of the only features of all the helmets, being you can move his rangefinder down, and it's just an awesome little helmet. Next, we have the more recent releases, being the Scout Trooper and Darth Vader's helmet. We have the Scout Trooper, which I really think is underrated. I think this one is awesome. Now, this one is the cheapest of all the helmet sets to be released. I believe it comes in at $69.99 Canadian and $49.99 US dollars. And while the other helmets go for, in the original three helmets, about $59.99 US and $79.99 Canadian. So you can kind of see the nice price difference between these sets, and that's because this one is notably smaller in terms of piece count. I believe it's at times over 200 pieces less than some of the other helmets. But I still think they got the look, and it doesn't look significantly smaller necessarily next to the other helmets. It just uses less pieces inside in terms of Technic. Next, we have the Darth Vader helmet, and I think the Darth Vader helmet, even through my review, it's just a missed opportunity in their overall, what they went with. They went with all stud look, which is similar to the other helmets, but I just don't think it looks as good as the other helmets. It's not my least favorite. I still prefer it to the Stormtrooper helmet, but it's not my favorite like I hoped it would be, and it is significantly more money than the other helmets. Not sure on the US price, but I know in Canada it is 100 Canadian dollars, which is, it's just quite a lot for not getting much difference. Like, if there was something else that made it worth it, maybe, but it just feels like a missed opportunity. I do like it, but it's just a helmet, and it's probably one you should get last when it's on sale, when it's on clearance. If you're lucky enough to find it on clearance somewhere, would probably be when I would get the Darth Vader helmet. So, going by my overall favorites, I would say my first one would be Boba Fett, followed by the TIE Fighter pilot, followed by the Stealth Trooper, then Darth Vader, then Stormtrooper. That is just my opinion, but overall, I think those are the sets that provide the most value in terms of their look to the real thing and their overall impressiveness in terms of what it offers you as a build and as a display piece. I do like the fact that I was able to collect all the helmets. I assume we will get more helmets in the future, but it's hard to say. We probably will get a Mandalorian Din Djarin helmet at some point. But other than that, if they refuse to do clone trooper helmets from the Clone Wars, then we're kind of out of luck because there's not a whole lot of helmets at this point that they can really do unless they do a Kylo Ren helmet or do the First Order variant now as an example. It's hard to see which ones they would actually do as helmets. So these might be the only helmets we ever get in LEGO Star Wars. But I hope that is not the case. But like I said, 100%, if you haven't gotten it, you gotta get the Boba Fett one. It is good no matter whatever you want to collect and display stuff or like playability. I think it is the one set that offers both to an extent, and it's just my favorite helmet and probably one of my favorite types of helmets that have been released by LEGO. So let me know down below what you guys' thoughts are. Do you agree with my opinion on my helmets, or would you prefer other helmets to the ones I mentioned? Do you have a different ranking of the helmets? Let me know down below. And please check me out on social media. I'm on Instagram and Twitter. Posted a few times on each of those social media channels. And would love if you guys would follow me on there as I look to post more in the future. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and have a great day, everyone.